it's not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Oh, is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I have a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like, moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that, and I do all of that. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh no, you should not. No, like, be fucking weird and not a real ass couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most.
This is a deeply broken individual. Now, you guys know, you guys have heard me say it in videos before that I don't necessarily advocate for divorce or not getting married and staying single. I'm not like one of those red pill guys. Now, I do understand that there are problems, and I've mentioned them about how the system is basically set up against men when it comes to marriage and when it comes to family court. But I do encourage people, and not just men, but both men and women, to actually find a partner and find somebody that they can share a life with, and, you know, create children and build a family, and just share values and all that good stuff that comes with being married. But I will say this, that I do believe, based on this video also, that some people just deserve to be alone, or they just need to be alone. They don't need to have a partner. They don't need to be with anybody else. They need to be alone, because to some people, being an individual and being by yourself and being alone, or just being able to do what you want when you want, is more important to them than creating a family, for example, or having children, or whatever, you know, all of the things that come with being in a marriage, because you're sometimes going to fight. Nobody is in a perfect relationship. Those don't exist. And you're always going to have to consider the feelings of the other person that you're with. But some people don't want to do that. Some people want to be selfish, like this woman, right? She says that she has no problems with her man. Her man is a very good man, treats her well, but she is unhappy in a marriage because she has to consider his feelings. Bro, if you watch this video, not mine, but her video, leave her. Leave her. If you watch my video and you watch her video, leave her. This woman is selfish. She doesn't really care about you. She doesn't care about the sacrifices that you've had to make, because if you just listen to anything that she said in this video about her losing her individuality, her losing her sense of freedom, her losing her being able to do whatever it is that she wants, even though she just said in the video, which, so then it makes no sense, but she said in the video that she gets to travel, she gets to have fun, she gets to do all the stuff that she said that she thought she would have in a marriage. She gets to do all of it. But she is somehow still unhappy. Why are you still unhappy? Because you're deeply selfish. What's crazy about this is that she's talking about losing all of these things, all of these rights, as if the man gets to keep his, as if both of you didn't decide that when you tied the knot, that you became one unit and that you both had to consider each other's feelings. And you don't think your man has to consider your feelings when it comes to anything that has to do within the marriage? And oftentimes the man has to consider the feelings of a woman more than a woman has to consider the feelings of a man, because women are emotional creatures. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing, but women usually tend to think with their emotions. They're not very logical, and a lot of the times you have to think like, hey, how is this going to make my woman feel? Versus a woman doesn't usually have to consider how her man feels, and a man usually is just going to brush it off anyway. He's going to tell you, I'm fine, I'm this, I'm that, and they're not going to think twice about it. The women are not going to think twice about it. So this is a selfish individual who wants to live a selfish lifestyle, and that's okay if that's the way you want to live. When you're 50 and you're alone and you realize that you've had no children, now I don't know if she has children, but based on this video, it doesn't sound like she has any children. It sounds like she's been married for 7 years, but I didn't hear her complaining about kids. So maybe they don't have kids, right? Let's just assume they don't. But when you're 50 and you are alone with no children and you realize that you made a mistake and now it's too late to find a partner, you're going to be even more miserable than what you think you are now when you had it good. Again, I made a video about this last week about a woman who said she wanted to leave her man even though he was the perfect husband, because in reality, whatever she said in the video didn't really matter. It was because she was bored. She was bored. She wanted something new, and she was going to get it by getting out of her marriage. And where I think the man made the mistake there was that she talked about in the video that they were going to Cabo for their anniversary. This was after she told him she wanted a divorce. So these women in the West are deeply unhappy. They're on Instagram. They're looking at other women. They're looking at the picture perfect, or what they think is a picture perfect marriage or a picture perfect lifestyle of people that they don't even know, or the people that they do know only post things that look good, because that's all that people do on social media. It's a facade. It's a facade. It is not real. Now, I'm not saying the moments aren't real, but people only post the things that they want you to see. So if you are online watching people traveling and they look happy and they're, couples or single people, because I'm assuming you want to be single, the marriage is not worth it, right? You see all these people, all these single people doing all these fun things. What about their day to day? They don't show you what their lives are like on a day-to-day basis. They only show you the things that they think you should be able to see of their lives. And so you get convinced that these people are living better lives than you, and you want to jump ship now because you don't have everything that they have. You don't have the luxury cars. You don't have the luxury vacations that, quote unquote, they're showing you, which is probably all on credit card debt anyways. You don't have the nice picket fence. You don't have the nicest house, because social media has rotted your brain to make you think that everybody else around you just has this amazing life and lifestyle, when it's not remotely true. A lot of influencers actually rent out fake jets to make it look like they're on a private jet conducting business or on the way to somewhere. A lot of people, that there's a market for actually renting designer bags. You can actually rent it, take a few pictures with it, and then give it back. And now you're portraying a lifestyle that you don't actually have. And then you have people like this person who buys into the idea, is deeply dissatisfied with her life and her lifestyle, and she wants out of the marriage. I implore this young man, whoever it is that is married to this woman, if you don't have no children, if you don't have any assets together, jump ship and find your woman that's actually going to care. Because this woman only cares about herself. She is mad. She is upset that she has to give her freedom up because of the marriage, as if the man didn't have to make the same sacrifices that you did in the marriage. She's only thinking about herself. And the comments don't make it any better. I'm going to read some of the comments for this video so you guys can see. So here's some of the comments for that video. Imagine her husband watching this, crying, laughing emoji. Now, I don't know if she's crying, laughing because she thinks it's funny or what she meant by this, because the way I would read this is, imagine her husband watching this, like, this is terrible. Another comment, married 30 years, I have never felt like this. Some people should just stay single, which I 100 agree. Um, every single day I get on this app and I'm reminded that being single is the best and safest scenario for us women. Again, even a good man is draining. Marriage is never for the woman, it's for the man to reap the benefits of what you can do slash provide, which has actually never been the case for marriage because, as we know, it has been the man who generally provides within the marriage. And these women still want it that way while still being city girls, for example. So this is just complete cope from this person about what they can provide. The one thing that women mostly provide for men today, which is box, because they don't even know how to cook nowadays, because they just did not learn, because you can DoorDash everything. A man can pay somebody and get it that way. They don't even have to have you for that. You do not have to tell me twice. At this point, I like the relationship I have with myself. And those are just some of the comments. Obviously, some of the comments are calling her out, but this is the Western woman in a nutshell. They feel entitled to everything. They want this lifestyle. They want to feel like they're wanted, or they want to be in marriages, relationships, but at the same time, they don't. They don't want to put in the work to be in a proper relationship. And again, this is a woman who is not complaining about her partner being a bad one. And there are women in the comments saying, I'm so glad I'm alone. She's the one that's bad in this relationship. She's the one that doesn't want to be with her partner. Over what? When she says her man is great. Over her being a selfish person. But that's all I got in this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. And if you have any videos you want me to react to, the email link is in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.